What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Goblin Beat video cast. We are continuing our Manticore Cthulhu campaign. Tonight's episode is brought to you by Sobriety. Sobriety, it's what you have to do when you have a blood test at 7:45 a.m. in the morning and have to fast. So anyway, joining us tonight is me, Matt, playing your resident Commander Allen, surgeon, doctor, not a kleptomaniac yet, open to be. Not joining us tonight is Special Agent Man. So he'll just be Special Agent Man tonight, and we'll control him randomly by whoever feels like it. Definitely we'll send him first into all dangerous situations. Got Brandon join us tonight. He's playing resident Agent Kevin Spiner. He's going to head out to a prison tonight and talk to a murderer, kind of like that show on Netflix. What's that show? Can't remember what it's called. Anyway, it's a good show.
Mindhunters.
Yeah, Mindhunters. Yeah, it's a good show. You should check that out.
It was a good show.
And then also afraid to get his hands dirty, but currently getting his hands dirty painting figures is John, playing Dr. Lindsay Holt.
Woot woot.
John is going to be played by his side of his neck today, and possibly part of his left ear.
Is that better? I mean, I know you need more handsome in your life.
That's right.
That's what my wife says, anyway.
Oh.
Self-inflicted burn.
I want you to be more handsome? That hurt.
Yeah, she said that she needed more handsome in her life.
That was cold.
I know, right? She can be mean.
And your
anyway,
sobriety despite that?
Yeah. Well, it's a regular occurrence. This just looks gross, doesn't it?
Yes. Is that why you're going to the doctor?
That's actually like Krang figure.
Okay.
You're still messing with that crane figure.
Well, my oldest gave it to me to keep with me in here, so he's my buddy. Anyway, so what do we want to do first? Making the murderer or interview with the vampire?
Just let's go to the place together just in case.
All right. So making the murderer first, and then when you get back, because you can go see the prisoner while we're interviewing the author, and then when you get back, we'll go see the Starship Troopers.
I mean, that's fine with me. If John's worried about there being a fight, I mean, I can go by and get the prisoner myself since I doubt that's going to do anything. You can take the agent with you.
No, I just don't want to go check out the kooks at the kooky place without some backup.
That's true.
I'm not afraid of the author.
We'll go ahead and take the other agent with you guys, and I'll just go to the jail by myself. That way you're covered.
All right. So the three of you are going to go check out the author first. And we'll do that first since you're going to get there first. We'll say you guys have a good breakfast at the Holiday Inn Express. It's not as good as the pie place you ate at in town the other day, but it's okay.
Yeah, probably because it doesn't have any mystically inscribed, coffee makers and stuff.
Aclosicles. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you guys are going to go to John Mascanogi. Right?
Yes, we have to know how to spell his name.
I got it written down.
It's on the cover of all the books that you guys have too.
Okay, I'm just making sure there's not going to be like a pop quiz later or something.
Maybe bonus experience if you can spell it out loud. That reminds me, my 10-year-old came in second in a spelling bee, so he's got to go to the school-wide spelling bee or something.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. He said, "Can I just be out that day? I don't want to do it." And I said, "Well, why did you spell all the words right?" And he said, "I don't know. I kept telling myself not to do it, but then when they said the word, it came out right."
He did not want to win.
Yeah, he didn't want to have to do it again and go to the school-wide one.
That's funny. Made you so proud as a dad, didn't it?
Yeah.
Way to go, son. Lower those ambitions.
That's right. All right. So you guys get to the library at 10 a.m. when the Mascanogi Fest starts. There's a small line of around 12 people by the time you get there, so you have to line up behind them. Are you taking your copies of the books to?
Oh yeah. I'm not buying more.
Gotta get signed.
He can take 2. I can take 2.
All right. Okay. It takes about 30 minutes after you get there for him to go through and everybody's books. And he's going to talk to her. He's going to do a question and answer session afterwards, or you can stay and chat with him as well. You know, it's fairly low key since it's here in this hometown.
What do all the other fans look like?
It looks like they're all well dressed, well kept. Would you say what day of the week this was? I'm gonna say you guys arrived on a Friday. Today is Saturday. Make more sense for a book signing to be on Saturday anyway. They all look like locals. I mean, you've seen pretty much all of them in town at this point. They all look really happy. They're well kept, pleased to be here. They're nice to the two of you. They ask you if you come into town just for the book signing.
No, we're out of Ohio State University doing a little bit of research.
Oh, excellent! Yeah, John is quite the expert. I'm sure he can help. All right. So, the librarian comes over and says, "Oh, back again today, huh?"
Is the creepy kid here?
Well, you didn't see him before, but no, he's not there.
Hi. Yep. Back again. Came for the book signing. Read those books.
Oh yeah, I thought you'd like them. I've got some other things you can look at later if you want.
Yeah, I'm pretty busy, but thank you.
All right. She pats you on the shoulder, and her hand stays there about half a beat too long, in your opinion. All right. You eventually get your chance to speak to John Mascanogi. He's a bearded gentleman. Looks like he could be Native American, or maybe half Native American. Clean shaven, fairly dark hair that's graying. Yeah.
All right.
Takes the first book from one of you guys. Says, "Hey, gentlemen, how would you like me to sign these?"
You're first, John. Lindsay.
So can you inscribe it to Lindsay, and sign it, "Bear down, Chicago Bears."
I could do that.
Hey, it's rivalry week.
You want them both signed that way?
No, on the other one, can you put like a traditional Native American blessing in it?
Sure, yeah. So he jots something down there for you.
All right, and it's all in English?
Yeah, it's all in English, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So as he's writing it, I'm just going to say, I found this work, the research, really interesting. And could you give me some guidance on or an idea of how your research progressed? Like, you seem to have gotten focused on a different track than where you started.
Yeah. So my my first book, the Mound Builder Mystery, that was mostly just based on my academic research into Yadina and Shawnee cultures and the like. Then I got a publisher, and for the most part, really the idea was from the publisher. They gave me hints and tips to help the book sell better. There's a lot more speculation as it goes forward. My 2016 book, I wrote a lot about the Ohio River Killer, to try and tie that in there. There's a lot of, I mean,
we can pretty clearly hear Ben in the background, so I'm not sure if that's.
Oh, okay. Here, let me grab my headphones. Sorry.
He seems very engaged in something.
Yeah, he's teenagering.
Probably Fortnite.
Okay, so I just want to ask him about what kind of source material he uses.
Yeah, so traditional source material for the first book. The second one, I pulled a lot of stuff from folklore that's not necessarily substantiated. The third one about the snake god, I got a lot of stories from John T. Walker, who gave me most of those stories.
Who's John Walker?
He's a full-blooded Shawnee, not related to me, but I had the good fortune of interviewing him several times before he passed away, and he gave me a lot of information that I was able to help write Manetto, the snake god, with.
Was he just drawing primarily on oral traditions?
Yep. Yeah, it was just old Shawnee tales and myths.
Okay. So what do you think about these myths? Do you think there's any kind of basis in historical fact, or do you think it's primarily just, old fairy tales?
I think that there's probably a kernel of truth in there somewhere. Now, as far as historical fact, I can't. I mean, there's no substantiated proof for a lot of those things, right? There's no disproof for it. But like the moon-faced people are a Shawnee tradition. They talk about them. So I'm sure they came from somewhere, whether that's from people who had white pale faces, or if it was masks, another tribe war and battle. I'm not sure.
So, this author here, he doesn't seem like he's putting much credence to these stories, or can I tell that?
You can make a what's the check for that? I know there's one. I think it's Humet is what it is. Yeah.
Okay.
We can both do that since you're both there. You can roll one for what's his face too. Yeah, I'll roll it for him.
Looks like I succeeded.
Yeah, you failed.
And I'm there too, right?
Yeah, you can do it too.
All right, hold on. Plug my mouse in so I don't clicky click click click. Everybody.
Be good. Well, Holt, with your success, you think he's pretty much being honest with you. He doesn't want to out and out. You can tell he doesn't want to out and out say that. There's no truth to it, but he doesn't necessarily believe it.
Okay.
You get the feeling that he's writing these books to make a living.
I got you. So it's just kind of sensationalist reporting on his part.
Yeah, especially in the dang, Matt, that was.
No, I think he's lying.
It's a big old fumble. Yeah. You realize, you look up from your phone and realize they've been talking this whole time while you were looking at Instagram.
Okay, That's what I was trying to figure out because you had said it kind of started off well researched and stuff, and then it just kind of got off in cuckoo land. So I didn't know if maybe
Yeah.
he'd gone off the deep end.
Mhm.
Okay.
I mean, there is some historical evidence that what they say can be true. Like the legend about the Chester Mounds, it says that the Shawnee made war with the strange people or the moon-faced people in the book, right? And that the last shaman of the moon-faced people drew down a star to smash the earth in revenge, try and to kill himself and his wives and the Shawnee chief. And if you go and look it up, actually there was a meteorite of some sort that struck right there at the mounds at some point in history. And I doubt that the Shawnee were were not smart enough necessarily, but developed enough to be able to tell that a meteor had struck there unless they actually witnessed it.
Right.
We can tell that it struck there now by with topological maps and spectrometry and things.
So, are there any kind of artifacts that might lead you to believe these moon-faced people were historically real, beyond just the Shawnee legends?
No, I mean just that, and the legends say they worshipped Manetto the snake, and the mounds are of 3 snakes.
Okay. And did the Shawnee people also have a snake or reptile god that they worshipped?
I believe so. It's possible. It's possible. Some of the things I read said that it was their god. Some of them say it was the pre-existing culture's god. So,
okay,
could go either way there.
Is there anyone in the Shawnee tribe that would be a good contact for further research?
John Walker was really the only one that still remembered a lot of that stuff.
He doesn't have any living relatives?
No, the best I could tell you is you could either ask me or you could read Manetto again. That would be. So I can summarize that for you really quick. So he basically said that the site was either the site of worship built by the moon-faced people to their god, or it was a spirit trap built by the Shawnee after the moon people were driven off.
So the serpent parts of it, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, the mounds themselves were either built as a spirit trap, or they were built by the moon-faced people to honor their god. One of the two. There's 2 different stories he told me and that are in that book that you can read. That they say each of them says a different thing.
Sure. So, with the legend regarding the worship, what type of figure were they worshiping there, besides just a snake type deity?
That was it.
Oh, okay. Well, what about the legend regarding the spirit trap? Was there any kind of idea as to what kind of spirit they were attempting to imprison?
Yeah, I think the implication was that they were imprisoning the spirits of those moon-faced people so that they couldn't come back to haunt them.
Oh, okay.
Haunt them.
So it was the moon-faced people's spirits that they were attempting to capture. Okay. I turn to Lord Commander, Knight of the Round Table, Myron, and ask if he has any questions.
I was pretending not to be with you so we could take up more time without people getting mad at us.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, have we met?
I just figured you were listening to our conversation. I wondered what your thoughts on the book were.
That sounds pretty obvious to me. A meteor struck this area around, and that's where the moon-faced people came from. They did battle with the local natives, who defeated them and built the mounds to trap their spirit. And then this hunt guy went out there, dug up an artifact got inhabited by the intellect of one or all of the moon-faced people, and that's how he made all of his money and all this weird-ass technology.
All right, Mascanogi gets super excited when you say that. He says, "Oh, so you think Arthur Hunt was affected somehow by the moon-faced people, huh?" You know, that's interesting because in my 2016 book, I posit that perhaps the moon-faced people affected the Ohio River killer and forced him to do his crime somehow.
Right, and then there's the other murderer, right? There's the guy who killed somebody out there a few years ago.
In the 90s?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. It has happened more than once.
And then you got the Crusaders out there.
Yeah, the Crusaders I mentioned them in my book as well. They're kind of out there. But I like this. I like this Arthur Hunt idea. He pulls out a little notepad and starts writing things down. Perhaps somehow they inspired him to build new technologies, and because he was known as kind of an idiot before he suddenly became a genius.
That's what I'm saying.
He starts jotting stuff down really quickly. This could be a great new book.
Holt's he's looking back and forth between the two of them like they've gone off the deep end. They're crazy.
What's your name, sir? If I end up writing a book of this, I would like to thank you in the forward.
It's Jerry Hurston.
Hurston.
Herston.
All right, he writes it down. All right, I'll be sure to put a thank you in there if I end up doing this.
Yeah, appreciate it. I was just here to visit one of my relatives in the Green Hills retirement home. Picked up your books the other day, read them. They're pretty interesting.
Well, thank you very much. Can I sign these for you? How would you like them signed?
How about to Jerry, keep it weird.
He laughs a little bit and says, "Sure thing." What? Same them both?
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right. He says, "I notice you only got two of them. Would you like to get the other two books while you're here?"
Sure.
All right. Yeah.
That'd be great.
I'll give them both to you for $30 since you gave me a great idea.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll take those.
Go ahead and sign those for you as well.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Be great Christmas gifts.
All right. So he goes to you buy two more books.
Yep.
He says, "It's nice talking to you, gentlemen. I'm going to go back to the back and get some orange juice and donuts. And then if you have any more questions, just let me know."
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Starts mingling around with some other people that are waiting around.
All right, so we know a little bit more about the legends, but still no more about, if there could be some kind of... I'm whispering this to Lord Commander there.
Yeah. I mean, I just kind of tossed that idea out there just to gauge his reaction. I don't think he knows any more than what he has in his books.
Yeah, but this doesn't give us any indication as to whether or not there could be some sort of vector infection.
No, I mean, I think there's obviously something weird in this town, but I think it all originates from Arthur. So, for instance, the stuff, the food and everything in the coffee shop's really tasty because it's all made using this equipment that was shipped in from Istanbul and put together by Arthur Hunt. So if there's something else going on here that's affecting these people, then it has something to do with something that Arthur Hunt left behind.
Do we know if he was responsible for like any of the public works here in town or anything?
That's a really good question. I mean, because what better way to get it to people than, like, say, the water?
You guys did read at the museum that his house was the first house in the area to have electricity run to it.
Oh, electricity. That's right. All the electricity in this town probably came from him and his plant. Maybe we need to go back to the museum and talk about that.
Or where does this town draw their power from?
Right. We could look here in the library. They may have, Either here or at the courthouse. We'll have, or at the City Works if there's a separate City Works building.
All right. So while we're here, let's research that, and then let's see what, if any, info we can find out about the Star Crusaders.
All right. You guys go to ask Matt's lady friend about that, and we'll switch over to Agent Spiner. You pull up at the state penitentiary.
Before I go in, I'm looking and see on the kid I'm going in to see is the how old is he now? Does it say?
Scott Kogan. He is in his 20s somewhere, maybe 30.
Does it say how long he's going to be in for?
Let's see. 92 is when he went in as a teenager, so that was what, 16 years ago. So he's 30-something years old. He has probably another 20 years still on his sentence.
Okay.
You were able to see, you get his prisoner ID number, 000-67171. All the information you need basically to ask to see him.
Okay.
If you want to just like pose as a visitor, you can do that, or if you want to use your ID, whichever.
I don't want to bring any attention to Delta Green, so I'll just go in as a visitor.
Okay. Yeah, it's just leave all your stuff behind. Because they're going to, they'll wand you and all that stuff going in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope you took off all those metal bits that you wear downstairs.
Hey. Those are quite comfortable once you get used to them.
All right.
Build up some calluses.
Oh, the new Spider-Man trailer hit? How did I not know that?
Doesn't that come out this weekend?
No, not Into the Spider-Verse.
When's that one?
Spider-Verse is this weekend.
Yeah, Spider-Verse is this weekend. I'm talking about Far From Home.
Okay.
All right. You get up to the front. Guard asks you, hello, sir. Welcome to the state penitentiary. How may I help you?
What's the kid's name?
Scott Kogan.
Yes. Visitor for Scott Kogan.
All right. Just sign in here. He taps his finger on the sign-in sheet.
Tell me you're writing a book, man.
Who can I say is visiting?
Let's see. Let's say Alfred Morris.
Alfred Morris. All right. You don't look like the football player.
You know, I get that all the time. It's
old.
What are you gonna do?
He laughed and says, "All right. Does he know who you are?"
Alfred Morris or Scott Kogan?
Scott Kogan. He laughed.
No, man. I'm just here to trying to get a book deal, and we'll see what happens.
All right. I will check and see if he wants to see you or not. Well,
Okay.
You can sit over there. He points to some uncomfortable chairs.
Okay.
All right. You sit there for probably 10 minutes, and the guy says, "Mr. Morris."
That's me.
All right. Kogan agreed to see you. If you'll follow this lady over here, he points off to his right, to your left. There's a lady opens the door, unlatches it and opens it up and waves you in.
Okay. Is this in person or through glass?
It's in person.
Okay.
She leads you over to a table. So it just says, "Sit here. The prisoner will be brought over momentarily."
Thank you.
10 minutes, not even 10 minutes later, 5 minutes later, maybe, door opens up and this fairly skinny guy, light brown hair, sort of a scraggly beard, walks up and says, "Are you Alfred Morris?"
That's me.
Yeah. I'm Scott, and he sits down, and the bailiff or whatever grabs him and links some chains onto the table so he can't go too far. So there you go, Scott. Turns around and walks off. Yeah. So they said you want to write a book about me.
Yeah, I'm very much into cold cases, and I read a little bit about what happened with you, and just kind of felt like there was a lot missing, and so I was curious about maybe partnering with you and see if we can get a little bit more of your story out there. I don't know if it'll help you or not. I can't guarantee it, but it's worth a chance because from what I hear, it sounds like you still got a while to wait before you're out of here.
Yeah, I still got plenty of years left. I mean, yeah, I'm happy to help. I haven't had a visitor in 6 years, so I mean, even if it doesn't help, at least it's something for me something to do that's different for the day.
Yeah, I can get that. Well, man, why don't you tell me your story? Give me a little bit of idea about what's it like your perspective. I mean, all the police reports and all that stuff. It's cold and kind of black and white. So I'd like to hear from you directly. What went on?
Yeah, I mean, I've probably gone over it a billion times. We were hanging out. Lucas, was a kid I knew. We weren't friends, but we hung out together sometimes. There's a bunch of us just out there drinking at the mounds, and I don't know. I had the feeling came over me, and I was just like, I don't know. It was like there was nothing I could do. I had to protect myself. I felt like I had to protect myself from Lucas, and then I don't know. I killed him.
Okay, yeah. What can you remember happened like right before that? Did anything specific come up? People say stuff? Anyone was there anything weird about the area?
Like he starts to look kind of cagey. What's your human at?
My human? It's pretty high. Let's see. It's 61.
All right, you can tell he's really nervous about talking about something. He says that. I mean, I don't know. There was just that that feeling. I was overwhelmed, and I knew that there was the people around me were dangerous, right? And Lucas was like he was the biggest threat, the one that I had to take care of.
Okay, man. Man, I can understand people have talked to you about this so many times, and I'm pretty sure after experience like that, if you talk about the world, I think you're crazy, man. I can look in your eyes. I don't feel like you're crazy. Just tell me true, man. What happened?
That's pretty much it. I just something in my head told me I had to do it.
Yeah. You ever had something like that happen before?
No, never before or since then. Just that one time. I don't know where it came from or why it happened.
I mean, did it sound like your own voice in your head, or did it sound like something else?
I didn't say anything about voices. You make a human roll.
Okay.
It'd be an easy one.
Wait a minute, did I just roll a .0?
You did.
Uh-oh.
He starts freaking out. He starts freaking out on you.
He does?
Yeah. He starts crying.
All right. Can I try a psychotherapy roll to calm him down?
Yeah.
Okay. Watch me .0 that one too. No, better yet, 99.
Really good at. Oh no, you fell it. All right, you can check it. Now he starts freaking out and crying and trying to pull up the chains and get away and hide his face. And the guards come over and say, "Whoa, okay, all right, that's enough. Sorry, sir, he's a little bit too upset." They start pulling him away, and he wipes his face and he looks back at you and says, "Did you hear him too?" As they're dragging him out the door.
So whoever comes and gets me, I asked him, it's like, what was that?
It's one of the guards. He says, honestly, I don't know. I've never seen him get upset before. He just kind of really quiet, keeps to himself, and doesn't cause any trouble. That's the most animated I've ever seen him in 8 years that I've worked here.
Wow. Like, he seemed like such a normal kid until all of a sudden he just kind of snapped.
Yeah, well, they say that's what happened with him while he's here.
I mean, does he ever talk about anything like that? Or
I don't know. What did he say, or what did you say to make him do that?
I don't know, man. I was just talking about his story, like what happened to him, like before it all, and
Sometimes that'll set them off. You know, they don't like admitting that they did something wrong, crap like that. Come on, buddy, gotta check you out.
all right, thank you.
Go back and let you sign out. So
I can talk to the prison psychiatrist, but I'd have to throw my badge out there, and that could be brought back to me since this one's off the books.
Yeah. So you heard what he said at the end, though, right? You caught that. Did you hear him too?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, I head back. Who was the other guy that we were talking about? I thought there was somebody else that was incarcerated or something that was farther away.
No, there was the whatchamacallit, Ohio River Killer guy, but they found his body parts somewhere out in the woods. You could find out exactly where if you wanted to. You'd have to, look it up on an actual through some actual criminal justice type connections.
Okay.
Or connect with that Delta Green group and see if they can do it for you.
I'll check in with them and ask if they, since this one's off the books, if they can, someone could do some research and find out where the body was found.
Okay, so you text that number that you have for that. Yeah. You get a text back with a name and a phone number. Sergeant Stephen Moreno, Cincinnati PD,
Okay.
and a cell number.
Okay. I go ahead and give him a call.
All right. Guy answers the phone. This is Sergeant Moreno. How may I help you?
Sergeant Moreno, this is Agent Spiner with the FBI. I was hoping to speak to you for a few moments about a cold case.
Okay.
We have looks like we have a link case situation with one that you may have investigated in the past. I was hoping to get a little information from you to see if it might help in our investigation.
Sure. What's the case?
It's probably one you're tired of talking of, but hopefully it'll only take a minute. It's the oh dang it, what was the name of it again?
The Ohio River Killer.
The Ohio River Killer.
He does a Delta Green call sign to you, just like. Are you at the opera?
Okay, so he's in the know.
Yeah. He's a Delta. He's a part of a Delta Green team.
As it happens, I am.
Just a second. He hangs up on you, and about a minute and a half later, you get a call from another number, unlisted number.
I answer. Agent Spiner.
This is Moreno. What do you need to know?
Well, I'm a bit surprised that you're more in the know than I expected, but trying to look into seeing to find out where the remains found for the Ohio Killer.
Yeah, I can get you the lat long for that. It's out in the woods. Look, we looked into that a good bit, and nothing good came of it.
Unfortunately, it's come back up. They've sent me and a few others back out to look into it. Do you think you can tell me it might be helpful for us, or at least save us some time?
Not really. By the time we really got started looking into it, we found his remains, and and the op officially got dusted. We don't know if there was vector involvement or not.
Did you ever? How close was it to the mounds?
Not very close to the Chester Mounds out there.
Yeah.
It was about 8 miles away in the woods, closer to heading basically towards another town. I can tell you that we've kept tabs on that area, and since his body was found, the number of disappearances in that area have not decreased.
Really?
Not significantly in any case. They've moved. They range further away in like neighboring towns and counties, but yeah, they haven't decreased.
Any ideas on the source?
No, none.
Well,
our team was thinking about looking into it, but we ran into some serious issues and lost a couple of guys recently. So
really,
we're kind of. I hadn't heard anything since then from the operation group until just now.
Okay. We're checking back into the community area. Definitely looks like there's some type of vector involvement, but isolating it's a bit difficult at the moment. Anything that you found that was intriguing or otherwise you weren't able to put your finger on, but you had a hint about?
Is that cult down there, the New Star, whatever?
Yeah.
But they're like lawyered up the ass, so you can't really get dealing with them can be problematic, I guess I should say.
Gotcha.
We nudged the local PD to deal with it, and they ended up getting sued, and I think the county paid a lot of money.
Okay.
So I would just say be careful if you go that route.
Did on the missing persons, have you found more bodies, or are they just missing?
Very occasionally a body will show up. Most of the time it's just missing. So I couldn't tell you what percentage was runaways versus anything actually happening.
Think you might be able to send me the coordinates for the other bodies that might be connected?
Yeah. It might take some time, but I can send you that first one here in the next 30 minutes.
All right. Definitely appreciate it.
Yeah. There's if you need to stash anything, we do have a green box outside of Cincinnati if you guys need access.
That might be helpful. This one's definitely off the books.
All right, I'll send you the address for that as well.
Is this a good number if we need to get back in touch?
Yep. Please use this one.
All right. Thank you, Sergeant.
He hangs up.
I give Commander a call.
All right.
I update him on what we just found out, assuming he's with the other two.
Yeah, at that point, well, let's switch back to you guys,
Okay.
Matt and John. We're able to find the stuff in the library you were looking for, which is the original electric plans for the town, right?
Right.
Anything else?
Just info on the Star Cult.
Okay. Miss Nancy, the librarian, she insists on helping you find all that stuff personally. So she gets you into the maps. It shows that you can see where Hunt's place was based on where the electricity went to, but it looks like it just came from the regular power grid. Nothing unusual there. Town power is still the same.
Okay, so there doesn't. So when Hunt's place was the first one to have the electricity, it looks like it was just the first connection to the normal grid.
That's right. Yep.
Okay. All right. And do the grid lines run anywhere that that we wouldn't expect from a typical map?
No. Yeah. Look. Well, does anybody have any kind of engineering?
No, we need an engineer for future.
That or a physicist. One of the
Yeah, we're lacking in those areas.
Yeah. Yeah. Any kind of craft microelectronics or
No.
okay, yeah. Yeah, it looks great to you guys. Perfectly planned in every way.
Okay. And what was the info we found on the Star Cult?
So Miss Nancy takes you over to one of their computers with this big CRT screen and shows you the online newsletter for the New Star Crusaders. So you can pretty much find anything you need to know about them right here, sweetheart.
Thank you.
starts rubbing his back.
And what do we see?
You see. What kind of role to decide you believe in all this stuff?
They like to sue people.
The New Star Crusade. The mythical leader is Danon Ignis. He's the one that writes most of these amazing articles.
His real name is Michael Brown.
Yeah, that's right. They worship at the mounds. Their main beliefs are that they will call down others. It just says others, doesn't say what they're. Who will descend from the Pleiades and take the cultists to a new and better world when the time is right. They believe that Ignis and those who accept him as their leader are imbued with the spirit of the people who helped build the mounds and are open to spiritual wonders.
Ooh.
Does it indicate like what they have to do to please the others?
No, some kind of worship. That's about it. There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of stuff about how great it is there, and how if you're interested, you should contact them, and you may be invited to come and join them. Things like that.
Okay. So they are open to new membership.
Yeah. It looks like it's one of those situations where if you sell all of your worldly goods and give everything, all of your liquidated assets to them, you're allowed to stay there and join in the amazingness.
Yeah, allowed to stay there because you got nowhere else to go.
Help, help do the farming and whatnot. See, it's a utopian commune. That's what you get out of it.
Well,
I look at the Lord Commander and say, you ever felt the need to explore your spiritual side?
At that point, your left leg starts to vibrate, Matt, and you realize it's your phone ringing.
Thank God. This is Commander Allen.
And that's Bogus Spiner.
Go for Allen.
Still know that I checked into the kid at the prison. He's seemed pretty normal until I brought the situation up.
And
basically, this has been looked into before by Delta Green. They could find anything.
No, I mean, like, what happened? What do you mean he freaked out? I mean, it's sort of a vague terminology.
Basically, he literally freaked out and had to be taken away. As soon as I asked him about if the voices were out of his own head or a different voice. So definitely some type of vector control, it sounds like.
I mean, did he say anything? Can you say anything useful at all?
Other than the basically, he wondered if I had heard the voices too. He's been completely normal outside of this, so there's some type of outside influence.
All right.
Wasn't expecting to catch him right in the middle of that.
All right. So I see that. Know that. Are you guys going to go ahead and go to the New Star Crusade then while he's on his way back?
Yeah. Sure. We can just go out there and act like we're checking it out, like we're interested in joining. I don't know. We'll just play. Yeah, that's fine. Let's go.
Oh, by the way, dang it. Forgot to mention one thing about the Star people.
So,
Can I throw that in before their phone conversation ends? Danny, you're on mute.
Sorry about that. I had a visitor to my basement dungeon there.
Okay.
Everybody wants to
I was gonna make sure before I got the phone, I let Matt know that because I knew they were looking into the Star folk. It looks like Pastel the Green Involvement has looked into the Star people before. They lawyered up heavily and they weren't able to touch them. So just be careful if you go in to see them.
Yeah, it's good info.
all right. Well, let's go back to the hotel, ditch our IDs. I guess lock them in the safe or whatever. Head out there.
Right. Okay, you guys
carry nothing but some cash.
All right, you do that. You drive out to the headquarters. You can see it on the map there. You drive about halfway down a dirt gravel driveway situation. And you were stopped at a like a security booth, maybe. Good way to say it. There's like an old porta potty with a plastic, like a 2x4 thing that goes across the road. It hits a post on the other side, and there's a guy standing there in it. Yeah, it's like basically a converted toll, like into a toll booth looking thing. There's a scrawny, squirrely looking guy standing there. As you guys drive up and stop, says, "May I help you, gentlemen?"
Yeah. My name's Jerry Hurston. I was here in town visiting one of my relatives, and over at Green Hills, and picked up some books by a guy, John Moskinogi.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Mentioned your organization in it. Me and my friend Bob here, Bob Asher, we were kind of, interested based upon what we read. We're kind of looking for a new start on life, and I don't know, just we're curious.
Bob leans his head over on Jerry's shoulder and giggles.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Hulk can finally be his true self.
Ignis is open to all sorts, as long as they're willing to accept our tenants here at the New Star Crusade. If you'd like to meet him, you can leave your car here, and I will have somebody come and walk you up to the house.
Sure, that'd be great. Yeah.
All right. He steps back into the porta potty and hits an intercom. Actually, says something. Somebody hears some garbled message come back, and then he steps out and says, "All right, Lita will be here in just a minute.
Thanks. Out of game, Bob Asher was the right tackle of the 1972 Bears.
Nice.
All right. Lita comes out. She's about a 64-year-old lady. Looks like an ex-hippie. She comes up and says, "Hello, gentlemen. If you'd like to come in and meet Dana, he's free to meet potential new members today. You just need to leave all of your cell phones and other electronics in your car."
Yeah, we didn't bring any.
Oh, good for you. All right. I apologize for this, but Don is going to just wand you real quick just to make sure there's nothing that you forgot about on you.
Sure.
All right. Are you guys concealing anything, or are you?
No.
All right. Oh, did you not bring Secret Agent / Man with you?
Yeah, but under strict instructions not to bring any weapons.
All right. Who's the gentleman sitting quietly in the back seat?
Oh yeah, sorry. That's Charlie. Charlie Ford.
He doesn't say much.
That's all right. You don't have to say much. Oh, deep thinker.
Charlie's ex-military. He's seen some stuff.
Oh, he's got that look in his eyes. Okay, come on, Charlie. We'll wind you up too. Don't worry. It's nothing dangerous. All right. And they start leading you up the road. What's your Bogus? What's your character's alertness?
My alertness is 53.
All right, make an alertness roll for me.
By the way, Charlie Ford had 7 interceptions and 1 fumble recovery.
Are you kidding me? What? I rolled 2 95s in a row.
All right,
dude. Don't you know when you make the macros, you make them to cheat?
Yeah, I guess I missed that class.
You at the last second make a drive check for me.
The drive check, great. Yay! One actually worked.
All right. You managed not to total the car, but at the last second, you realize that there's a young girl halfway in the road. You're about 30 minutes outside of town. She was walking across the road, and you swerve to miss her, and you clip part of a street sign. It doesn't destroy the car, but it does. You do get a flat tire.
Well, I get out and I check on the girl first.
All right. She is hiding behind a tree on the other side of the road.
Say, hey, are you okay?
She sees you talking to her, and she ducks her head behind the tree.
It's okay. It's okay. I just want to make sure you're all right. You don't have anything to worry about with me. I just want to make sure you're safe and nothing happened to you. What are you doing out here by yourself?
You're probably 20 yards away from her, because you're on the other side of the road, and a little ways down where your car stopped.
Okay.
So you're having to yell to talk to her.
She responding?
She sticks her head back out and sees you again, and her eyes get big, and she goes back behind the tree.
I'm just going to slowly walk out with my hands out, just like, hey. I mean, you look like you're in some type of trouble. I don't know why you're out here by yourself in the middle of the night. It's night, right?
It's day. It's maybe lunchtime. Around.
In the middle of the road. It's like, I don't understand why you're here by your road. Is there anything close by the way?
Every once in a while, you pass a driveway like on the road.
Okay.
You could be, less than a mile from her house.
Can I do a charisma? No, not charisma. 50.
Persuade or something.
Let's see. Persuade's 51 is better. Human, persuade, psychotherapy, any of those is better.
Persuade probably be the one to try to use.
Let's see if I can roll another 95. No, 85.
Put a check mark next to it. You'll eventually get good at
How
that.
many of I know? I've already had one check mark on it, so I can't put two.
All right. Yes, she doesn't. She
I
doesn't.
missed so many 50% chance rolls.
She doesn't come out from behind the tree, but it's a pine tree. Like, and you can see her hands, her little hands on either side of the tree, even though she's hiding behind it.
Does she look like a kid or an adult?
Looks like she's about 9.
Okay. Is a sweetheart, I'm not here to hurt you.
How old is Spiner's daughter? How about that? She's probably about the same age.
So,
How old is?
dollar, great. Pulling the heartstrings. Sweetheart, I'm not here to hurt you. I just want to make sure you're okay. You're a little young to be out here by yourself. As you can see, my car's a little messed up. You're more important than the car right now. So can you at least come out and just show me that you're okay?
Are you walking all the way over to the tree?
Oh, yeah.
All right. She like her hands disappear when you get about 5 feet away from it,
Mhm.
and you hear her shuffling backwards just a little bit, like away from the tree, and you keep going.
You know, if I'm that close, I'm just gonna literally like just kind of keep my body language open and my hands out, like down here, and as if I'm not going to do anything. It's like, what's your name, sweetheart?
All right. She looks around the tree and sees you, and she walks over to you. She's got like her head down like this, and she's walking like she thinks she's in trouble.
Yeah.
She gets about
It's,
2 feet away from you.
so I'm not mad. You're not in trouble. I just want to make sure you're okay. Are you all right? Did you get hurt?
She looks up at you and make a sand check.
Of course. All right. Hey, I made one.
All right.
That's probably gonna make lose sanity.
All right. You lose 1 sand as you see her jaw is completely distended, and she tries to bite you.
Of course. As in like stretched out or like inhumanly stretched out?
You only get a momentary glance at it. You can make now you're completely surprised, I think.
Okay. I don't try to do she's gonna try to bite me. I don't try to do let's see, where's my unarmed combat? I'll try to do unarmed combat to restrain her.
Okay. As she bites you,
Oh, she does bite me. Okay.
yeah, she latches directly onto you. You realize that's not a human bite radius. Holy crap! You take 12 points of damage as she bites onto like your entire torso or jaw.
She does 12 points of damage. I have 12 hit points.
I think you just died. I think you just died.
Damn.
That was maximum damage that she could do. Oh my God.
Look at him. He's just shaking his head.
What are you gonna do?
Oh my gosh. Where's death and dying in here? I think at 2 hit points you're unconscious.
At 2, you're unconscious. Okay.
Yeah, so at 0, I think you're dead. Page 54. Let's see.
Wait a minute. I am wearing a flak jacket still, so I don't know if that helps.
Flak jacket only works against ballistic, I think. Let's see. You can look it
It's
up.
right over my torso.
That's true. If you're just 2 hit points or fewer, you're unconscious. If you go to 0 hit points, you're dead. You can be resuscitated if somebody's there to help you immediately.
Or not.
You're wearing a flak jacket, you said?
Yeah, I've been wearing it ever since the first one, where the scary crap happened.
Didn't get killed by a dinosaur. Killed by getting bit by a lady on the side of the road.
A 9-year-old girl.
A 9-year-old girl.
Let's see what it says about body armor. Body armor does do 3, which would mean that you were still conscious, but I think it only affects bullets and stuff, like the ballistic things. Let's see. Armor. body armor.
By the way, what determines hit points?
It's based on your two of your. It's like your size and something else. Hold on, let's see. Constitution and something else. It's like you add them together and divide them by 2 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Constitution and strength, maybe, and you round up. I guess what it is. Yeah.
I guess that would be the case then for 12. You said I had no option to defend myself when she bit?
Right. Well, so okay, so it says Kevlar vest at 3 points, so that would leave you at 3 hit points. So you're still alive. That's okay.
Wow. Okay.
All right. What's your dexterity?
My dexterity is 14.
All right. She is going to. Oh wait. Hold on. Okay. Let me check something here. Okay. All right. She's going to try and attack you again. She like you pull her free and she starts going crazy. Her body starts to change shape a little bit.
Can I just evade?
She tried, yeah, you can try to dodge. She's going to try to grab onto you. You roll. If you have dodge, you can roll that.
I got dodge, but unfortunately it's at 50%, so I'm not having a very good.
All right.
I'm sure she has more than 70% on her unarmed combat. Hey, 39.
Dodge out of the way. So the dodging is your action for the round.
Can I get to the car and lock myself in?
You can't dodge. You can't actively be dodging, watching her and dodging, and trying to run to the car at the same time.
Okay.
So you gotta do one or the other. Trying to find.
So the thing is, if she attacks and I dodge every time, I could literally get no action.
Yeah, you're just spending all your time trying not to get attacked by her. Trying not to get hit.
That's whether she actually connects with an attack or not.
Right. Yeah. If she missed you that time, she would have missed you anyway. But
that okay.
sorry, I lost place with the damage and all that stuff, and I can't find it again.
So basically, you make a choice to dodge when they attack, regardless if they connect or not.
Yeah.
So it actually doesn't leave room. Okay, so you just got to risk getting hit to be able to take an action. Okay. Hmm.
You get one action. You can move, which would be like getting the crap out of there.
I'm gonna get the crap out of there if I get an action.
But all right, so she's going to attack you again first. All right, she latches onto you this time as you're preparing to jump out of the way.
Okay, so there's no dodge this time.
Well, you said you were going to run instead of dodge, right? Or did you want to dodge?
I don't know. I'm kind of lost on the option. So if I run, I get attacked.
You're gonna get attacked either way, but if you run, you can't dodge.
But if I dodge each time, then I don't get an action. I can try to evade. I may succeed or not, but I don't get a chance to do anything other than dodge.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, so if dodge basically means you don't really get to do anything, then I guess the action, if that's the case of situation, then my choice would be to shoot her back if I don't get a chance to actually run without her attacking me.
Okay. So you're going to try to shoot her?
That's the only thing I can do, because
all right.
It sounds like it's ultimately decided upon whether she hits or not.
All right. So she's going to try to. So she's about to jump on you, try to jump on you again, and you pull out your gun to try to shoot her. Right.
Yeah.
All right. So you get your gun free of the holster, and you look up at right, and she grabs onto you and bites your neck, and you black out. That's it. Because she hits with a 40, and she does 1 point of damage.
Okay.
That knocks you out. We should have just let you been dead to begin with. Although you did have a chance.
Yeah, it sounds by the combat rules with this that you don't really. Okay, whatever.
If it makes you feel any better, the venom from her bite killed you anyway.
Okay.
Even if it got into your car, you'd have fallen over dead like a couple seconds later.
Okay.
And our first Cthulhu death goes to Brandon.
You don't have to worry about Spiner's sanity anymore. There's that. All right. Do you want to run Agent Shooty Pants for the rest of the night?
Well, why don't we? I mean, are you guys wanting to keep going tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we still got a little more time. I was just asking Bogus if he wants to run.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, your alias right now is Charlie Ford.
Okay.
All right. This takes you into a house. It's kind of dilapidated, not too well kept up farmhouse. I got a picture of it here. So I gotta show it to you guys. There you go.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, I mean it's up there.
Hang on, let me see that again.
Oh, okay. There it is.
I was over on the Roll20 site. Okay.
Yeah. All right. It's a little 2.5 story house. Leads you in there, lets you sit down at a little country table. It's like got seating for 12. I guess it's not a little table. That's the case. And a couple minutes later, a corpulent, bored-looking man clad in a one-piece cotton toga-like outfit strolled down the stairs and says, "Hello, I understand you gentlemen wish to learn more about the New Star Crusade."
Yeah. Sorry, my name's Jay Hurston. This is my partner Bob Asher, and our friend Charlie.
Hello, gentlemen.
Yeah, we.
He sits down at the table on the other side of you and kind of steeples his fingers and says, "How may we help you today?"
Well, I mean, we just read a little bit in the books by Muskenogi about your group, and it sounded interesting. Bob and I are looking for a new start, and Charlie here, he's seen a lot of stuff and is looking for a little peace himself. So, yeah, we just thought we'd check it out. It's curiosity, happenstance, really. We're in town visiting a relative of mine.
Well, I'm very flattered that you were interested, especially after Muskenogi's book does not paint us in the best light, especially because he clumps us in with Douglas Yell and those horrible murders.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I didn't read it that way myself. I mean, I read it, as just you guys being separate from that. I don't know. This is me, I guess.
Well, I appreciate that. Yes, we're here for any lost or troubled souls seeking enlightenment. That's our purpose for being. We have members from Sweden and Japan and all over our own country. It's an eclectic group, but we get along and the work is going well.
Yeah, and it's I mean, so just from Muskogee's book, it sounded like it's connected to the mounds.
Yes. We worship at the mounds twice a month, the full moon, new moon.
Is that connected back to the old Native American myths about the snake god, about Moneto, or?
Oh, even far beyond what Muskogee understands. We are the reincarnation of the original sect who settled and created the mounds. We worship there to be able to be pull down our ancestors so that they may take us with them to the Pleiades.
So I'm just trying to understand. So forgive. I mean, if this is an ignorant question, or I don't mean if it's an offensive one. I certainly don't mean it. But is that like connected to the moon-faced people?
I believe what he and the Shawnee literally were, not literally. So.
Those were the originals.
Yes, those were the original mound builders.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's what I thought, and that makes sense.
They're ignorant of a lot of the facts, but you haven't gone out there to the mounds by yourselves, have you?
Yeah, well, we did when we got here a couple days ago. Yeah, yesterday actually.
Okay, I would. He looks Humet. Anybody got Humet over like 30?
I do.
Anybody with Humet over 30? He looks genuinely concerned, and he says, "Now, listen. We don't worship the mounds. The forces inside the mounds are evil. Okay? What we do contains those forces until our brethren can come and bring us home and destroy them."
Oh, really?
Yeah, I would not recommend, and I can't stress this enough, I would not recommend going out to the mounds by yourselves, and other than the rituals that we perform. It's not safe.
So that would mean that the reason you felt unfairly clumped in with, like, say, the Ohio River Killer, or the guy Kogan, is because they were influenced by the evil intelligence that's in the mounds to do what they did.
Like you've done some research. You've heard of Scott Kogan. You look impressed on a little put on guard.
I thought Muskogee's book mentioned Kogan.
No, it doesn't.
Oops.
It only talks about the Ohio River Killer guy.
Yeah, I mean, my family's from here, so my cousin Gary, who's over at Green Hills, he's the one who told me
Okay.
about the Kogan kid.
Oh yeah. So all those cases, people having bad reactions at the mounds comes down to evil forces there. Yes. My own father was taken over by them. Problems with him.
Bob gasps and says, "Oh my!"
It's very disturbing.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
How do your rituals keep the powers in check?
Well, if you would like to stay here with us for a few days and a little over a week, we will perform one. You can feel their power for yourselves.
Yeah, I'd be interested in that. Hey, Bob, when we went to that museum, the Hunt Museum, wasn't he out in the mounds? Didn't they find him there?
I believe so. I think you're right, Jerry.
Talking about Arthur Hunt?
Yeah. Yeah, he was found wandering around the mounds, right?
He's looks like he's trying to possibly. I haven't thought much about Arthur Hunt in a long time, since grade school when we studied him.
Oh, you guys had to study him in grade school?
Well, yeah, I grew up here in this town, so he's an important figure. So yes, we studied him.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, but like I said, I got family here. I didn't grow up here though, so we just went by that museum earlier, and I just remembered that they found him. Right, it seemed like it was right before he turned from a rebel rouser into a genius.
Well, I would feel it very suspect that anything good would come from visiting the mounds, but they could have set him straight, possibly, if he had a bad experience.
Yeah. Huh. Well, yeah. I mean, if you wouldn't mind, we've got a hotel back in town, so we'd have to get our stuff.
Well, how about this? Why don't you're welcome to come and go as you please for the next few days. Talk to some of the other members, and then if you decide you want to stay and witness the mounds, you can do that. And if after that, gentlemen, any of you decide you would like to stay, we can talk further.
Hey, that sounds great, man. Sounds actually really reasonable. You guys are much more open than I expected.
Well, we're not what some of the sheriff's department and others try to paint us as. We're an enlightened group here.
Yeah, that's what I was telling Charlie when we were coming out here. Always got to give people a fair shake. Charlie gets a little nervous, military background and all.
Does Lindsay get any sort of indication that he's being dishonest or hiding something?
I'm sure he's hiding a number of things.
Well, I'm saying, like, does he seem like he's being sincere?
Yeah. What's your human? You can make a human check.
I think I'm at 50.
Yeah, 50 is pretty high. Yeah, even
not when I roll a 95. Brandon, did you touch my button?
I'm always willing to touch your button, Sean.
I wasn't going to make you roll, but you did, so you failed.
That's terrible.
Anybody else have a human of 30 or higher?
No, I've only got 10.
I've got a human.
I'm only good with people when they're under anesthesia.
Hey, 28.
All right. Oh yeah. So, codename Charlie knows this guy's being straightforward. He seems like he really believes what he's saying. Pretty much all of it.
I just kind of start kind of nodding my head with okay.
Lindsay thinks this guy totally believes everything he's saying too, but he's baffled by it. All right. Well, unless you have any other questions right now, maybe you'd like some coffee to take with you.
Yeah, that'd be great. Just since we're going to be coming here and back from in the hotel room, I mean, obviously we don't want to tell the people in town that we've been here, right? We don't want to get harassed or anything.
Yeah. No, if they harass you, please let me know. I would love to know about that and deal with it for you. I will 100% take care of that.
Oh, okay. Good deal.
You just get their names, take a photo if you can. Yeah, we've dealt with issues before here, and believe me, they do not want to mess with us again.
Oh, okay. Good deal. All right. Well, I think we'll be back tomorrow then. We'll just we'll make sure just no electronic devices or anything, right?
That's right. Yeah, we try to keep that sort of thing closer. We have an area where we have a computer and electronic stuff, and anyone's welcome to use it. But it's especially with outsiders that we don't know. It's just easier to keep that kind of thing.
Sure. Yeah. We'll just leave all that stuff in the hotel room.
All right. Lita comes over with some styrofoam cups with coffee in them.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Sugar and creamer and stuff, and ask you guys if anybody would like a donut. They've got some from this morning.
Sure. What? This come from the coffee shop in town?
No, we make our coffee and donuts and stuff here.
Oh, good. Cool. Yeah. Good.
The sister actually is a baker. She makes all of our baked goods.
Yeah, I like the coffee shop in town. It just seemed a little weird.
Well, yeah, it's a small town.
Maybe that's it.
All right, so Lita gives you guys your coffee and starts leading you back unless you have anything else to say.
Yeah, I mean, I do drink the coffee and eat the donut since it did come from that place.
Do what?
I said I drink the coffee and eat the donut since it did not come from that place.
They're not bad. The donuts aren't fried; they're like baked or something. They're all right.
They're
So
healthy.
this is Saturday, and he said the next ceremony was like in 3 days.
I said it was in like 3 weeks, I think.
Oh,
Or
3 weeks.
Not 3 weeks. He said it was in like 8
A
days.
week. Yeah, a little week.
Okay.
Be the following Sunday, I guess.
Okay.
All right, you guys get back to your car. No messages from Spine or anything. I think he was supposed to. I guess he was supposed to message you when he got back, or were we all meeting?
Back at the hotel.
Probably back at the hotel.
Okay. All right, so you drive back to the hotel. Spiner's not there yet. What do you want to do?
Oh, wait. I'll be right back. Hold on a second.
Okay. Well, Holt is just trying to do some more research on Hunt and on the city and weird goings on. I want to see if there's any of Hunt's work that had to do with like telecommunication or something like that, transmission.
He did all kinds of electronics, transistors for radios, that kind of thing. So a lot of communication oriented stuff. Yeah.
Okay. And do any of the devices or patents or anything that I see, do any of them have components that look similar to the horns we found?
No, they don't actually.
But some of the circuitry does kind of resemble symbols in ACLO.
No, the only evidence of that you find is in the earthophone funnels that you guys have.
Okay.
Looks like he didn't put it in anything else.
Okay.
You see that he worked for. He had deals licensing components to Westinghouse, Consolidated Edison, a lot of other stuff, and then he did he started selling things directly to the government, like his resistors and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. And did we have access to any of his notes or diaries or anything like that?
No, the only stuff you have was like some of his handwriting at the museum that you got to see. Some of his technical plans, which you saw, did have ACLO written in them.
They did?
Yeah, they did, but not none of his patent applications.
So here's my working theory. If anybody's interested. So my theory has a lot. It's pretty truthful to what I actually told the author at the library. I think that a meteor hit here, deposited some vector, including some potentially actual intelligent, maybe biological or semi-biological vector, that they made contact with the local Native Americans, who then were able to contain them within the mounds. And since that time, that containment has started to break down which resulted in stuff like the Ohio River Killer, the Kogan guy. I think that the Starlight Crusaders the new Star Crusaders. I think the new Star Crusaders think that they are helping to contain evil spirits in the mound. But just like any good lie, there's a partial truth. I think what's actually happening is that they're being manipulated by the vector that may still be remaining in the mounds to accelerating the breakdown of the containment. And I think that Arthur Hunt, came in contact with Vector, either altered his intelligence or took over his intelligence, made him who he was, made him basically immortal. I mean, he didn't age at all. Made him super intelligent. And these things here, these tubes that we have, or funnels or whatever. I mean, I think he probably either found them fully formed and that was part of his vector contact, or it's composed using some sort of alloy from the meteor. And I think there's probably stuff throughout town, that has his connection to it, like the coffee maker at the coffee shop and the ovens that are from Istanbul. And maybe we just haven't found the right thing about the electrical grid because none of us are very good at engineering or physics. Could be some connection to the water supply, but there's definitely some sort of Stepford Wives vibe going on in town. Everybody all well dressed and showing up to book signing with a local author on a Saturday. I mean, where the crap does that happen? So, and we're strangers who rolled into town here and nobody's given us a second glance or blinked an eye. Doesn't make sense. Unless they're keeping track of us and not telling us we're keeping track of us. So I don't know. That's why I kind of want to stay and watch this thing that they're doing, because I'm thinking it's probably quite the opposite of what they think it is. Or if I'm wrong and they are helping to contain this thing, then we need to help with that too.
Yeah, but that's a week out.
Well, I mean, we don't have a cap on this mission right now.
No, but you do have your normal jobs.
Yeah.
You all got off on a Friday, left early on a Friday, but we'll have to start making checks to take a week's vacation. You're going to notice.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true, but otherwise, I'm just kind of at a loss. We didn't find anything of real value at the electrodynamics plant. I guess we could go out to the plastics place, but I don't know, what are we going to find there?
It's been another hour and a half, and you guys still haven't heard from Spiner.
I guess I'll ring his phone.
It rings for a while and then goes to voicemail.
Do we have a way to contact command?
You do not.
Spiner should be here by now, and he's not answering his phone. Let's head out toward where he went.
Yeah, Holt's out of his depth because my contact with the organization was minimal and primarily through Spiner.
And FBI dude's way out of his depth because this is his first mission.
Yeah, you basically just report to Spiner, so you don't know what else you would do other than that.
All right, let's go see if we can find Kevin.
All right. Who rented the rental car?
I did.
Okay, so it's in your name. Okay, so what car are y'all going to take? You're going to take Weimer's SUV?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably let him drive.
where are you going to go?
Guess kind of backtrack back towards the prison.
All right. Okay, you guys start driving out through there. I guess you got something to eat at some point, probably at the hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Egg salad sandwich from the vending machine.
Mm.
Hey, what? No.
What? That's how Fry got to be super smart.
It's better than gas station sushi.
That's nothing to me. That's good. All right. So y'all drive. You're driving out through there. You try to text him or call him a couple more times, maybe.
Yeah.
All right. It's just ringing. Basically. Going to voicemail over and over again.
Could FBI guy maybe get a trace on the cell phone?
No, we just lost John.
John disappears.
He's not on roll 20 either. He's been gone there for a while.
If Weimer had, I'm guessing Weimer has some type of access to check in, so you could try.
It would. I mean, as far as you're concerned, yeah, you can do that. It would require you to make a bureaucracy roll to keep anybody from noticing. But I guess you probably don't know if it matters if anybody notices or not.
No, so they give it a try.
Right. So you just tell him, yeah, I can do that if you want.
Yeah, he's got 30 for bureaucracy, so.
I mean, I think I would know that he would need to hide it.
Yeah, that's true.
But can he do it without anybody noticing? Like anybody else in the bureau.
He would have to ask somebody to do the triangulation. He can't do it himself.
You can probably come up with something like, you know what, I met up with Spiner and,
Let's just see if we can find him first.
Nope, I'm back.
So, yeah, let's just see if we can find him first before we start raising any alarms by triangulating locations that are going to pop up to
At that point,
personnel at the FBI.
Even if you only have base and alertness, you all notice as you're driving down through there on the right side of the road, a car that looks very much like your rental car with some damage to the front end of it, sitting on the left side of the road, about 8 feet off the road in the grass.
Well, shenanigans. All right, we pull over, put on the hazard lights, go check it out.
It's about 2:30 in the afternoon. Summer, so it's still warm. Okay. You immediately notice that the driver's side door is open. Hazard lights. I don't know. Did Spiner turn the hazard lights on? Probably not. He just went straight over to the girl, right?
He did.
Yeah. Keys are in the ignition. Cell phone is in the floorboard of the passenger side.
The Weimer's on a draw.
All right.
Great. All right. Well, look around.
Yeah.
What's he got?
Yeah, Holt's going to take out his revolver as well.
I guess alertness. Is there any kind of tracking skill? I don't know if there is or not.
Survival.
Yeah, survival would be good. If you've got survival, otherwise alertness is fine.
Why am I allowed to roll anything in this game? Dang.
Oh, that's right. Lindsay Holt is a hunter, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
All right, so Holt, you actually see looks like on the other side of the road where somebody walked through the grass, and the grass is all pushed down. And Bogus Weimer's looking on the side of the road. You know where you guys actually are. You don't notice anything.
Okay. I get Weimer's attention and point and make a quiet sound.
Go over and take a look where he's pointing.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So you guys walk across the road. There's not much traffic here, so it's just a two-lane road. You walk across, and as you walk over there, as soon as he points at it, sure enough, you see a trail where somebody obviously went through in the last few hours. And everybody make a sand check.
Man.
Thank Bogus for this.
He's got 70 sanity left, so.
All right. Well, he only loses 1. Actually, yeah, 0. Yeah, he loses 0.
Who loses 0?
Weimer.
Okay. I also rolled a 27.
You lose.
I rolled a 53, so I guess I failed.
You failed. All right. You lose 1, John.
Okay.
Matt, roll a d6, and that's how much you lose. Or do you want me to roll it?
I'll roll it. I'll own it.
2. All right. It's not bad. You lose 2 sand. As you guys see, a bloody mess over next to a tree. Looks like something was dragged about 20 yards further into the woods. You guys follow it, and you see just like parts of Spiner's clothing. You see his gun laying. Looks like basically everything he was wearing is gone. There's a lot of blood and viscera, but none of his body is there.
And the trail just ends here?
Well, you guys can make survival roll. What's your survival at?
I'm definitely pulling my gun at this point, too.
Survival's at 50.
Well, both of you guys have it at 50, right?
Yeah.
You don't need to make a roll. You see a clear, bloody footprinted trail leading further into the woods.
Can it tell anything about the tracks? Does it look like it might be Spiner's?
It could be. It looks like an adult male-sized footprints. Yeah.
I'm holstering the sidearm and pulling the shotgun.
All right. I'll say you grabbed the shotgun out of the car before you.
Is it either that or his AR-15?
Hey, look, guys, was there a place nearby where we could park these cars?
Make a luck check.
All right. Near the top.
I don't even know if it's on there. It's just a D100.
Oh, okay. That's what I say. I do not think that it's on there.
Do we all need to, or just one of us?
Just one of you.
There you go.
There is not anywhere good nearby.
Jesus. And there's not like a driveway or anything. I just want to get them off the road.
There's some driveways a couple miles away, but it's not nearby.
All right, let's just straighten up the cars a little bit. Park them on the side of the road. Not on this side, but the other side. Where they're at. But just make them look a little bit better.
All right.
Make it look like it wasn't a wreck.
All right. I will say that between Holt and what's his face,
Weimer.
Yeah, they make it look like they pulled over like somewhere like they're hunting or something.
All right. Now let's. All right. So yeah, is his gun like covered in blood too?
There's a little bit of blood on it. Yeah.
Does it look like it's been fired?
Are you gonna pick it up and check it?
I put on gloves first. If I were you.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'll get a handkerchief out of my pocket and look to see if it's been fired.
It has not been fired.
I relay that info to the others.
Well, whatever it was took him by surprise then. Assuming this is his blood, I guess. See his phone or wallet or anything?
His wallet is there. His phone was in the car.
His phone was in the car?
Yeah.
All right, I'll definitely grab that. Is his wallet covered in blood?
A little bit, yeah.
All right, I'm going to baggie that sucker. And baggie the gun, too.
Okay.
And throw it in the backpack that I grabbed out of the car.
Okay. All right.
I don't come unprepared anymore.
We'll say it's a kit with like first aid stuff and everything too.
Yeah, I mean, I've got my medical kit, my crazy ass medical kit. So we'll just say that's that.
Okay, you guys gonna start following it?
Yep.
Okay. All right, you guys go for about a.
Well, I'm going to check his phone first.
Okay. You see that he has.
Can I actually get into it? I mean, that's the first problem.
I imagine he probably has it locked somehow, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you cannot get into it.
All right. I just make sure the ringtone's turned all the way up and put it back in the bag or put it in my pocket, I guess, not the bag.
You do see several missed phone calls from
Me?
From Commander Dr. Guy, it says.
Commander Dr. Guy. Yeah. All right.
All right. Yeah, so you go about a quarter mile, it starts to get harder to see the trail. You guys with survival want to roll checks to see if you can follow the trail or not.
I'll roll to see if I'm meeting my 10%, because if not, I get to increase it.
I failed.
Succeeded this time.
All right, you're able to. The ground starts to get rockier. You're able to follow it. You guys keep walking for another 10 minutes or so. All three of you can make an alertness check.
Guess I should have made a forensics check back there, huh?
Oh yeah, you can do that.
Ooh, man.
You can do that now still if you want to.
Okay.
Woo.
We're screwed.
You all failed.
Roll 20 is against us tonight. It's just
Man. I failed my forensic rolls here.
Yeah, you didn't gain any extra info about it. But hey, you all get to check alertness if you hadn't already done it.
Can I make a first aid check on all that blood and viscera back there?
Sure. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Kidding.
All right.
Biology check to see where in the body it came from.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're all looking around, but you don't necessarily right up on it. You stop and you see a man's leg sticking out from under a bush. It's got blood on it, blood on the feet.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me something's using his leg as like a stamper to stamp a trail?
Now all you see is the leg. Like the leg goes up into the bush, and you can't see the end of the leg.
Okay.
So it's like the foot and the first half of a calf, and then the rest of it's underneath the bush.
does that leg look very familiar?
You guys have no idea.
I just find her worn very peculiar shoes.
Well, it's a barefoot. It's a bare leg. Like there's no.
He had a 6th toe that he told everybody about.
I told everybody.
All right, whoever you are,
Bonner, I have a 6th toe.
stand up and come out. Put your hands up.
You say that loudly.
I mean, loud enough that whoever that was would be able to hear me.
All right. It does not move. You gonna go closer to it?
I'm gonna signal to the special forces guy for him to circle around to where the front of the person would be based on where the leg is, and I'm gonna circle around to the back.
I'll flank.
All right. So the back. So looks like the back of it would be against a large tree that's right there,
Mm-hmm.
and in the front of it, it would be like in the middle of the bush.
Okay.
All right. You guys do that.
Yep. Do we need to make like a stealth roll or something?
If you're trying to be quiet, but I mean, you just said, "Hey, come out with your hands up."
Right, but they don't know where we're moving from there.
Yeah, sure. Give me some stealth rolls.
I'm just trying to check boxes here. Can I use some of the mud and surrounding branches to try to disguise myself?
Not search, Brandon. Stealth. Unless you were doing a
Oh,
search.
I hit search. Oops. Even better.
I haven't seen the stealth come through yet. Did you pass or fail it?
Hey,
You can check it. All right, you guys shuffle around in the leaves or whatever.
Jesse missed it last time.
All right. Yeah, I still haven't seen that stealth roll come through. I hope I'm not getting disconnected. Okay. All right, what's Holt doing? He's just standing back.
Yeah. Holt's not going anywhere near that.
he's standing back and remaining alert to other things other than the leg.
I think I'm being alert.
Yeah, still no movement from the leg.
No, he needs to concentrate on the surrounding area, not the leg.
Well, I think I'm being alert.
Yeah.
All right, what do y'all want to do now?
I mean, we keep
Around there, do we see anything?
Yeah.
You cannot. The looks like the rest of the body is directly under this large bushy area.
Jeez.
I think I'll just firing some shots into the bush.
No, don't do that. Jesus Christ. Throw a rock at it or something. Rocks don't make that much noise.
Weimer has PTSD from what Spiner experienced.
Yeah, I'm thinking, yeah.
The
Pull upon your special forces training, my friend.
you want me to roll for that?
No.
All right, just take a long stick and poke it into the bush, Danny. When it's like 12 feet long.
Okay. All right, I'll say you find one. All right, you poke into the bush and you hear a grunt, and the leg kicks and moves, and you hear a groan, and there's a bunch of shuffling in the bush, and looks like the leg goes inside. Looks like whoever it is about to stand up. We're trying to
Keep your gun on it.
All right. Slowly, like a bare head and shoulders, like no clothing, just completely bare head and shoulders. With Spiner slide up the side of the tree and looks around kind of blearily.
Holy crap, Spiner. What happened to you?
He turns and looks at you and just looks kind of just out of it, drugged or something maybe.
Does he respond?
He responds to the sound, but he doesn't say anything.
Does anybody have first aid?
The doctor.
The doctor/surgeon does.
Yeah, I don't want to go anywhere near him right now.
He looks maybe confused, like you can't really read his expression. Definitely something wrong with him.
And does he appear injured?
He's got some blood on him. Yeah, a good bit of it.
Look, Spiner, hey man, can you walk over here towards me?
He just kind of stares blankly at you, and he's kind of looking. Then he looks. He's staring at you when you talk to him. He looks at you. He doesn't appear to be comprehending what you're saying. And he looks around at the other two guys, and back at you.
Okay.
He starts to kind of slide around the trees like he's trying to maybe get away from you, like he's afraid.
Hey, you got any like knockout darts or anything over there, buddy?
No.
See, Holt just kind of like moves around to maybe like so that we can kind of triangulate and surround Spiner.
Right.
Not like obviously, but just kind of starts drifting that way.
Right.
Numbers will start getting a little closer.
Commander Spiner, I'm gonna have to ask you to please stand down. Based upon what we saw on the way here, I'm not really sure what's going on, and I'm not really prepared to take any chances.
He like cocks his head sideways and looks at you, still looking kind of lethargic.
I need you to stand down.
He like starts to squat down a little bit where he's standing when you gesture like that.
Yeah. Okay, and then I put my hands up on my head, and put your hands on your head.
Yeah, he holds his hands up and just holds them like this.
Wilmer's on try to stealthily come up behind him while he's paying attention to Commander and cuff his hands. Or push him down and cuff his hands or something, restrain him.
All right, make a stealth check, I guess.
Can you get multiple check marks for multiple failures for a skill?
Nope. Nope.
Hey, you made it. His first time since playing this character. Third time's a charm.
All right. Okay. Yeah. What would that be? Like an unarmed roll, maybe, to do it really quickly.
Combat. Yeah, I would think.
Yeah. Give me one of those bad boys at an easy.
Hey, exactly on 60.
Nice. All right. Yeah. He looks a little shocked, but he doesn't really struggle against it as you. We'll say you zip tie his hands shut.
Yeah.
Hands together. In the back. And he pulls against it a little bit and looks confused and looks around at you guys like, what's going on?
It's all right, man. We just need to get you back to the hotel, get you checked out, get you some clothes. Can you stand him up?
I'll stand him up, but I keep him at a. I'm not being too entirely gentle because this looks too weird.
All right. He stands up and he's completely naked, like the day he was born. Kind of deal.
All right, hold him good, man. I'm just gonna check his pupils real quick, make sure there's no internal bleeding or anything. Gonna need to make a. You want me to make a first aid or? I mean, I've got first aid at 82.
No, you don't even need to make a roll. You can.
Combat medicine's 82.
Just check him.
All right, I'll just check him.
I mean, everything works like it should.
I also have science biology at 63 in case that would.
Does it seem like he's in shock or something?
What was that?
I asked Lord Commander there, is he in shock?
That's a possibility.
Yeah, you would think based on the way he's reacting that's probably what's going on.
Everything seems to be okay. I check where the spots where the blood is to make sure that if it's from injuries or what.
Yeah, it's on him, but it's not. You don't see any cuts or scrapes. Well, yeah, you don't see anything like any actual serious harm.
All right, I take samples.
Okay.
Bag them.
Stool samples?
Anything left in the bush area?
Toss a gown around them from my bag.
A gown around him, you said?
Yeah, like a surgical gown.
Okay, sure.
Danny, is there anything left in the bush area where he was?
You can search around in there.
Well, I suggest one of the guys do it.
Yeah, let's let Holt do it.
All right. Holt, you gonna do that?
Yeah, I'll look.
All right, make a sand check.
Discarded skin of a young 9-year-old girl.
All right, you succeed. You don't take any. There's some bones in there, like skeletal bones. A good number of them.
Do they look like they're human?
Yep. Adult human skeleton bones.
Okay. I call to the others and tell them, hey, and let them know I found something.
Do you want to tell us specifically what it is so I have to make a sand check?
It looks like there's bones here.
Animal bones, or?
They look human to me.
I guess I should check it out since I've got the biology. All right, I'll check it out.
All right. Yeah, they look human to you. They're well cleaned though.
How many different sets? Just.
It looks like most of one set, adult male.
All right, I'll grab a small phalange, bag it. Actually, well, I don't have any pliers. I don't feel like breaking off a tooth. That's the best for DNA, but all right. Anyway, okay.
Yeah, there's no skull anyway.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
I look at the other two and it's like, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah, you never dealt with anything like this before. This is way bizarre.
Yeah, no, great question. Don't know. But until we get it figured out, and although Mr. Spiner, Agent Spiner here may be in shock,
He looks like he's about to fall asleep on his feet right now. He's like nodding off.
let's just treat him as potentially hostile until we have reason to believe otherwise.
All right. So we're gonna start.
Do we have any like crime scene tape or anything that we can mark this area for further investigation?
You could capture the GPS on your cell phones.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I mean, hell, if you take a picture on your cell phone, it's going to mark it with the GPS on it anyway. So,
right. So yeah, let's photograph these bones and everything.
Well, yeah, probably only one of us should. I'll do it.
you hear a ding on Spiner's phone.
Pull it out, take a look.
It just says message from a number, and then it's the message itself is secret or whatever.
All right, I dialed up the number in my phone.
That's good. Well, I was telling out the first 6 digits. And it goes ...
I asked him, it's like, hey, see if his thumbprint will work on the home button.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right, you do that.
Yeah.
All right, he doesn't really resist. He kind of has to look and see what you're doing because his hands are behind him. But yeah, it unlocks it.
Sweet. All right, I'll read the message.
It's just a latitude and longitude from an unknown number.
Plug the latitude and longitude into my phone.
Okay, it's in the woods about 6 miles from here.
Interesting. Go through the contacts to see if I can find the contact for command.
You see a message thread. He's been sending text messages back and forth on. Looks like who he's communicating with.
All right. Do I have a call sign or anything?
Just you have your name, if that's what you mean. Do you mean to identify yourself with?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can see they know your name.
All right. I just send a message that says, "This is Alan. Spiner has been compromised. Spiner has been potentially compromised. Need assistance or advice." I don't know. I'll just phrase that.
All right. About 3 seconds later, your phone rings.
This is Alan.
What message did you just send? You hear a voice. It sounds like it's on a scrambler.
I read the message back to him.
What exactly is going on?
I just tell him everything that's just happened with the viscera and finding Spiner naked and the bones, and I've taken blood samples from what was on Spiner, what was in the viscera, and taken one of the bones.
Execute Spiner immediately.
All right, pull my gun, shoot him in the head.
Okay. Make a what's your dexterity?
Let's see. 11.
Okay. All right. At the sound of your gun getting pulled, the Spiner's head tilts to the side. He pops the zip tie and turns around. And make your shot.
All right. So this is going to be, where is it? Firearms?
Yeah. What does everybody else do, I guess, when this happens?
I'm going to unarmed combat, and as soon as he does that, I'm going to drag him to the ground, or at least attempt to.
All right. All right. He dodges part of the way out of the way, but you still shoot him. What's your damage on your gun?
Let's see. Where's my weapons listed here? 9mm, so D10.
Roll it up.
Oh wait, sorry. That rolled the attack. Oh well, I'll give it the damage is 5. So there you go. I guess I can just roll that from now on. Sorry.
That's all right. Okay, yeah, you shoot him in the back of the head, and blood and stuff sprays everywhere, and he kind of like rolls to the ground, and he's crouching.
All right, shoot him more.
Down.
All right, now we're going in dexterity. Anybody have 15 or higher?
I mean, I just did my unarmed combat. I don't know if that.
Well, yeah, but what's your dexterity at though?
I'm at
30 is 15.
Having seen me shot him, you might choose to also shoot him instead of grapple him.
Well, I mean, I was holding him, so.
I thought you said you were going to grapple Matt because he's shooting.
No, I was grappling Spiner.
I thought you were going to grapple Matt for shooting your senior agent.
No, I've been freaked out by this guy doing what he's doing. So there being bones left behind where he was.
All right. Well, so he actually leaps at Matt first. And everybody make a sand check as he leaps through the air.
I mean, did you break my hold on him?
Yeah. He snapped and spun around as soon as he was.
Yes, I succeeded my sand roll.
I failed.
All right. The two of you who succeeded only take 1. You take a D6, John. Sand roll.
I'm down in the 30s.
Okay. Did my unarmed combat do anything to him?
Well, it's not your initiative yet.
We're going by dex.
Oh.
He goes before 15.
He's super dexy.
All right, he's jumping at you, Matt. What are you gonna do?
You
can dodge, but that's your action for the round.
Right, or I can try to shoot him some more.
Yeah.
Let's see, what's my dodge? How good am I at dodging? Not that great. I'm better at shooting. Okay.
All right.
Guess I'll try to shoot him again then.
Okay, he comes at you, and his jaws distend about 3 times the size that they should, and his face opens up like this. Right, so it just kind of unfolds to like almost 180-degree bite angle.
Oh shit!
You see all these extra teeth coming out, and he smashes into your shoulder.
Oh, what? Okay, I didn't get a chance to try to shoot.
Not yet. No.
Oh, well, hold on. Wait. Can we go back? Because I think I was confused about.
We need to do a clinic on how combat's done.
Yeah, because so I can dodge and try to get out of the way. See, that's what I thought. I thought I could either choose to dodge or shoot right now.
No. So if you dodge now, you don't get to shoot later.
Okay. Well, I will try to dodge now. I'm definitely not gonna just let him hit me.
All right.
Sorry, did not understand that. I mean, not that I'm going to succeed. Oh well, maybe I did.
Yeah, you succeed, but he succeeded and rolled higher, so he still hits you.
Oh, okay, that's great.
And you take 5 damage as he latches onto your shoulder. All right, and then 15 is next. All right, so you see his face open up, and he latches onto Myron's shoulder.
Yeah, if you shoot him, try not to shoot me. Actually, I'm probably just yelling, "Kill him! Shoot him! Shoot it!"
Probably true. All right, so at 15, what are you going to do, Bogus?
Okay, so my unarmed combat initially was to try to do something with him before, like right after he got shot. So since he's already away, I'm going to, and he's at this moment he's latched onto his shoulder, correct?
Right.
Yeah, so shoot him. I don't care. You can shoot my shoulder.
My shotgun directly to his head and kill him at the angle where it does not go into Matt.
Well, not as much. It's still going to hit me. It's okay.
I'm just going to take the.
Maybe
don't take my combat dagger and just stab it into the.
All right.
Base of his skull.
All right. Make your attack roll.
I was going to say maybe not the shotgun. Just a handgun. I think it'll be all right. Shotgun, not so much.
Combat knife's good.
Yeah, combat knife's fine.
Well, I succeeded on my unarmed combat earlier, so what do I?
You should have combat knife. You should just be able to click the button out to the right of it.
Okay.
It's gonna be near the, like right above here. Oh my god.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
It slices next to him. The waggling of what's his face makes him miss. All right, so that's 15, 14, 13, 12, 11.
Now I'm going to shoot this thing right in the head.
What's Holt's dexterity?
9.
Okay. All right. You're at 11, Matt?
Yeah.
All right. You're going to try to shoot him?
I mean, its head's attached to my shoulder, so I should be able to put the gun right up to it. And...
You should. I mean, he's not being still. He's like slinging you all over the place. He's slinging you around like a puppet for the most part.
All right, well, I guess I'm going to try to take the gun. I guess I'll try to bash him with the gun.
I mean, you could try to shoot him. I mean, there's no reason you can't. I was just letting you know he's not just standing there.
Right. But, I mean, in that kind of situation, shooting might be hard. Bashing with a gun is going to be easier.
All right, yeah.
I don't know what kind of... So I knew I did an unarmed combat roll. So I guess we'll see if I hit that first before I even worry about damage.
Wouldn't it be melee or melee or?
Yeah. It's gonna. Yeah, just go ahead and roll it. It's the same skill. So.
All right. Well, I'm going to bed.
I'm honestly starting to wonder if there's something messed up with these macros. There's no way we can keep missing 50% rolls.
He rolled a 45. He just has a 30 on the skill.
Well, that was the second roll just for shits and giggles. I tried unarmed combat with an 84.
Holt up. Holt is going to try and shoot him with his revolver.
All right. That's a failure. 45. I'm going to say if you roll a critical failure on an attack, like a gun attack roll, then you would hit Matt. Otherwise, it's not going to hit him. So you miss. You're trying to aim wide to not hit Myron, and you miss. All right. This thing tries to.
I mean, it's going to do more damage and kill me. I'm going to die from the poison. I already know that, so I guess I don't really.
It takes off running through the woods.
All right. So how long until I die from the poison?
No, it can't. It can't do that. It tries to grapple Matt.
What do I need to roll? Is there anything I need to roll in opposition?
You can try to dodge if you want to, as he tries to grip onto you with his whole body.
No, I mean that's another critical failure. Or yeah, almost critical failure. It's ridiculous, honestly.
All right, yeah, he just like stays latched onto you. You lose 1 hit point. All right, he's just like pushes you to the ground. So you're on the ground. Spiner's just on top of him, like attached, still with his face. And 15.
That's you, Farmer.
So you just lost the 1 hit point, Matt. You got that, right?
Yeah. Brandon, you get the 15.
Oh, you just said 15. I wasn't sure what you meant. All right. Try it again. What is up? This is not... Okay, there's something messed up with these macros. Seriously.
Try it again.
I make a 90-plus roll every time. Not every time, sorry. Vast majority.
All right, click it again just to see what happens.
Of course.
It can work. All right. Myron at 11.
All right, well, I guess I'm done fooling around. I guess I'll just try to shoot it again. Whatever, man.
Oh, wait, you tried to dodge, didn't you? I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry, I can't do anything. So, remember.
Holt.
I guess I'm going to try and shoot it again.
You succeed with your revolver. You do 7 points of damage to it. You shoot it in the head. The head mostly explodes, but it appears to not really be that concerned about it.
Mm.
All right, back up to it
It
again.
doesn't seem to be affected at all.
No, I mean it looks like it hurt it, but it doesn't. Like if it was a human, they would be dead ordinarily. Matt, you take another point of damage, and we're at dexterity 15.
Aim for the neck. I don't know.
We're at dexterity 15, Bogus.
My turn again.
Try to aim for the neck. The head's not doing any good. Just try to.
That's what I was doing. I was trying to sever the spinal cord.
Yeah.
3-7.
Success. All right. It digs into its rubbery flesh. All right. It's still just clinging on to Myron for dear life. And Myron, it's your turn.
I guess I'll just try to shoot it again.
All right.
Shoot it wherever I can. I'm not concerned about shooting it at the head at this point. It's obviously that's not really making a difference.
All right.
Hey.
Success. You shoot it. It goes into it. It's still just suckling away at your neck. You can feel your lifeblood draining into it. Holt.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh, wait. Yeah, Holt. It's your turn.
Does it still? I mean, it still just seems like it's going strong, or
It's just feeding on Matt like he's one of those icicle things, that's in the plastic containers, and you just zip them out.
I don't know why we had to get that graphic with it.
I mean, question. You said we hit it in the head. Is there much of a head left? How is it still feeding?
That's what I'm kind of wondering at this point.
Some kind of weird tendrils going into Matt's neck now, it looks like.
Okay. Well, I'm going to aim for like the center of its chest cavity.
Or maybe just pull it off me. I don't know. Maybe it's too strong.
I'm not getting anywhere close to something with tendrils.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
So I'm going to aim for like center mass.
All right. Oh,
yeah.
You shoot Matt.
I'm dead. I'm really dead.
Well, how does your revolver do 20 damage? That's not possible.
No, it should do 1d10.
I'm gonna call shenanigans.
If it does more than 3 damage, I'm dead.
It should be d10 damage. What did it roll for that?
I don't know.
No, it says 20.
All right. Well, here's the d10.
I'm dead. I'm really dead.
You kill him. You shoot Matt in the face.
All right. Well, good night.
Wait.
What the hell is up with this stuff? Okay, whoever screwed up the character sheets.
Okay.
Like, I'm still trying to figure out, like, whenever we roll our stuff, like, mine says, like, a number, then /10. Like, it's just being divided by 10.
On a number /10? Hold on.
Yeah, it says rolling floor to 50/10.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. It's because the function is it's going to roll either based on a that's not the roll, that's the value. So the value there is going to be the lower of those or something like that. It's a function, it's a JavaScript function. I don't know why it's showing it to you, but it shows a 4 in that left box because it's dividing 40 by 10, so it shows you a 4 in that one. And then the other one is showing you the 0 because it's doing a modulo, which just shows you the last digit. They just have them in separate boxes. That's all. Mm-hmm. But it is all right. So Myron's dead on the ground. It turns and looks at the two of you. Well, I mean, it turns and faces the two of you anyway. It's gonna
might be time to run.
It's gonna try and bite combat knife guy because he's closest. Are you gonna dodge or just take it and attack back?
I'm just I'm gonna try to saw its freaking neck off.
That's not dodging. That means he hits you, or probably hits you.
Honestly, I just seriously believe there's something up with the character stuff in the macros because
you can certainly just manually roll the dice and do the dice roll yourself just based on your skill. You don't have to use the macros. He bites you for 11 damage.
got 4 left.
All right. It's your turn. You gonna swing out the shotgun now that he's not.
Yeah, I'm gonna try a shotgun.
What's his skill?
Let's see. 60. So never mind.
Blam! Holt, it's your turn.
One more shot with the revolver.
$17 damage.
Okay, again, the damage is not right, but here's the damage.
All right. It collapses to the ground.
Wow, that was a little bit late.
All right.
Yeah, I think I'm making an engineer next time.
Holt just looks over at Weimer like, what the hell happened?
Too bad you don't have anybody there to give you medical attention.
Any chance of resuscitating the commander?
Shot me in the face. No.
There's there's 0 chance. Yeah. The thing that Spiner falls to the ground and his body immediately begins to change. It becomes scaly and reptilian. Still bipedal, but reptilian.
I'm picking up the phone that, oh, well, crap, I can't get into it now because the thing has changed. It's no longer Spiner, so I can't call it in.
It might still be open because the phone call was still going.
All right, I pick it up. Danny's is still going?
Well, remember, he was talking on his own phone. Myron was.
Yeah, so I was talking on my phone, yeah.
I pick up Myron's phone.
It's locked.
I use his thumb to unlock it.
It works.
I call the number.
Call the number back. Is it done?
Yes, but we lost the commander. Alan, whatever the hell his name is. And I'm severely wounded.
Okay.
Myself and Holt's the only ones left.
And tell him it's a reptile, for Christ's sake.
I take a picture of it and I send it.
Stay where you are. 2 men will be there shortly to help.
We may need more than 2.
To hang up.
So next time our new characters will be there?
Yes. Okay. I think I don't know. Yeah, do you guys want to keep going with that adventure next? I think that's the end of it.
I have no idea at this point.
Does Holt have the stomach to try to figure anything else out at that point?
Holt just saw his one contact that he had attack, and then he shot the other guy he was working with in the face. I think Holt is pretty well done.
Yeah, make a sand check.
Negative 99.
Here we go. Ah!
A critical success.
Wow.
He loses 2 sand. That's the absolute minimum he could have lost.
Luck. I mean, it's luck. It's just statistics, man. Yeah, just have some.
Yeah, why couldn't we have rolled a critical when we were fighting this stupid thing?
I would have died of poison anyway.
Let's see. It's a percentage chance.
I mean, unless I took out like antivenom or something.
No, you would have been okay.
No, well, anyway, I'd rather have thought that I was going to die of poison. So thanks.
Well, I mean, we don't know. Like, I would have rolled it differently then. It would have been a different time.
Yeah, probably. So do we get the skinny on what was going on here now?
Yeah, we're just going to call that over. So there was a
I want to know how close I was to being right.
You were fairly close. There was a tribe of these lizard folk that lived here millennia ago. They went to sleep. They came. One of them reactivated because of Hunt. There's two different classes of these things. There's the intelligent ones, and then the kind of like the workers. This thing you guys were fighting is just like a worker.
No, wow, just a drone.
Yeah, the So Hunt woke up the intelligent one, the one that was like in charge of this. All the other ones that were here. It devoured him, and anything they devour, they can magically shape themselves as. So it took over his body, and basically, from 1923 or whenever it was onward, it was that lizard person pretending to be Hunt. So it created the Hunt electrodynamics. It did all that stuff. Its brethren that it left behind here, they can mentally reach out and control people to some degree. And that the Ohio River killer guy, this one woke up enough to control him to have it dig him out the mounds. And then it ate him, and it was what killed all the other people. Like the sheriff's deputy that let it out didn't actually let it out. He got close enough, and it ate him, turned into him, and ran away.
Yeah, so it's been loose the entire time.
Yeah,
that's why the rate of disappearances didn't decrease.
Right. Yeah, and it eventually regurgitated. After it ate him, it regurgitated his remains in the woods, his bones.
And that's what they found. Yeah.
And they found those and thought, okay, he's dead. But there's still a bunch of those things in the mounds. But yeah, they're going to call that.
Does the Starlight people? I mean, does what they do have anything to do with anything, or they're just a bunch of nutters?
Yeah, I was going to say Delta Green probably just called in the nukes.
Delta Green called in those two guys from the Cincinnati cell that were left, who had lost their other two members, and they come and help you guys wrap up the bodies, dump them in a green box, and cover everything up.
Oh, really? So Holt survives?
Yeah.
Pisses me off so much.
I'm all right with it. I was ready to move on to a new guy anyway.
Delta Green can be suddenly deadly just at any moment.
You know, honestly, the game kind of feels like more of a game of attrition. It's like you're eventually going to die. Yeah. I mean, it's inevitable.
Yeah, you're eventually going to either go completely insane and be useless or die.
Yeah, you can either retire your guy, or you can lose his crap, or you can die. Those are your options. You don't get stronger.
So what about what was going on?
Stronger, you just eventually die.
So was there anything going on weird in the town, or was that just me reading stuff into it?
There was nothing there. It's just the adventure says to play it up to make people think that maybe there's something going on.
Okay, red herring. It's lizard man all along. We survived the T-Rex.
I don't think it was.
We survived all that crap, and in this one, it was just like
killed the T-Rex, but not this guy.
Yeah, there was just some devastating.
That was like a massive critical hit on you, Spiner.
Literally, I want to go back through and like check all the times. It was just like
there was a lot of bad rolls, but at the same time, John was getting a lot of good rolls
until he shot Matt in the face.
That was a good roll.
Well, it is what it is.
Well, I don't feel so bad now.
Now that Matt died,
but I don't feel so bad anymore.
I'm not the only one.
Basically, my Spider had absolutely no chance of surviving.
Yeah, as soon as it rolled that massive hit on that first hit, there was like no way to get away from it.
That was a dirty trick, though, Matt. Not Matt. Danny making it a little kid, though. Very dirty.
That's one of the ones it says it can turn into. So. Yeah.
Oh well. All right. Well, next time we'll roll some new people. And hey, I mean, honestly, we just got extremely lucky so far, and that nobody died up to this point.
Yeah, that's true.
Somebody's going to have to make a scientist.
Yeah, I'm gonna make like a physicist engineering guy for sure.
I think you should keep playing Holt, John, unless you want to make a new character.
No, I'll stay with him.
You're the senior agent now, John.
He's come a long way from his 92 sand though down to 71.
Oh, both of you guys roll a d6.
I was at a 39 when I died.
I need to roll a d6.
Yeah,
You lose D6 more sand.
All right, yeah, you gain that back. Both of you for killing a unnatural creature.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody, and witnessing our deaths. Pour one on the ground tonight for Commander Allen and Agent Kevin Spiner.
Yeah. They lived through several missions.
Yeah, more than most probably.
Yeah.
They'll put a little green star on the wall of,
Where no one will see.
Yeah.
The Delta Green basement somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Good night, everybody. Next time we'll see you back, we'll be playing our D&D campaign again.
Oh yeah, gotta kill those guys next.
That would be upsetting.